is your flesh. Now, I believe in separation. I believe in holiness. I preach it. I teach it. I'm going to teach in more detail in the new year. And I believe very firmly we need to warn against this, and I believe that's being lost in a lot of modern Christianity. But let me tell you something. In our churches where holiness is preached and where separation is preached, and we understand that the world is the enemy that we often forget about is our enemy too. Even when we put all the walls of separation up, that enemy is still there, and that is your flesh. Okay? Let me put it to you this way in a very practical sense by way of illustration, all right? In the time my kids have been growing up, they have been in Christian school and they've been in homeschool. And as a result, I've been involved through my life with a lot of people in Christian schools and a lot of people in homeschools. And a lot of people who are very pro-Christian school and a lot of people who are very pro-homeschool. I understand which one I'm in tonight, just for the record, all right? Now, and then I'm using this illustration on purpose, so every one of you parents, I need you to listen to me, okay? I'm being a pastor here for a second. In the ones in the Christian school will tell you that kids can't make it that homeschool because they need to be in the Christian school and have all these other eyes on them to make sure that they're doing what's right. The ones in the homeschool will say, homeschool kids got a lot better chance than the Christian school kids because we don't have our kids around all those other worldly kids, and therefore our kids are going to turn out right because they're in home. And let me tell you what both of them are missing. Your child is still going to be with themselves. Take your child, put them in a room, lock them up, have nothing in there but white walls and nothing to absolutely do, sit them on the ground, and they are still capable of sinning right there. And so are you. And so are you. So, I'm addressing this on purpose because if you're a parent here tonight and you're saying, my kids are safe, they're homeschooling, you're a fool. And I'm being blunt and I'm being a pastor. You're a fool. Now, I don't know that any one of you think that, okay? I don't know. But I'll tell you something. I'm tempted to think that. And so if I'm tempted to think that, you must be tempted to think that. And as I was a youth pastor with a lot of kids in a Christian school, I had parents come and sit across the desk from me, and they would say, well, you know, the problem is our kids never have to fight in the Christian school. And I said, I didn't tell them they were an idiot, but I almost did. I said, no, listen to me. You're missing it. If your kids are not fighting in the Christian school, that's their problem. That's why you're having trouble with your kids. Because there is not a moment in your life when you do not have to fight the world, the flesh, and the devil. There's not a moment. So if you get up in the morning and you think, I don't have to fight today, you've already been defeated. That's just Bible. Now, I use that as an illustration. I use that as a parent. Hopefully now I've got everybody's attention, all right? You need to understand that the flesh is dangerous to you and the flesh is dangerous to me. And I can have all the world out of my house and I can still lose my temper and yell at my wife or tell her off and I can still be in sin. I do the same with my kids. And that's still a sin. I can tell a lie. Or I can just color things a little bit that makes it sound a little bit more like me, feeding my pride, and I am in sin because of my enemy, the flesh.